Gerard Piqué managed to win 4 Champions League titles during his glittering career. 3 of those he was instrumental in, providing a string of incredible performances to help Barcelona reach the summit of European football. 1. At Manchester United, he barely featured in. Pique arrived at United from the Barcelona youth system in 2004. The Spanish defender would make just 3 appearances in the 2004-05 season as the 17-year-old continued his development at Old Trafford. After 7 appearances in the 2005-06 campaign, Pique was sent out on loan to Real Zaragoza, where he got his first taste of regular senior football. In 28 appearances, the centre-back proved that he was ready for the first team. However, in the 2007-08 season, an away trip to Bolton Wanderers proved to be the end of Pique in Manchester, according to Wayne Rooney. He wrote in his Sunday Times column, "Bolton away more or less finished Gerard Pique's career at United. He was young and got bullied there, and I think that's when Fergie decided that physically, he wasn't right for the Premier League. I always remember Nemanja Vidic, if we were going to Bolton, and it was the same when he was about to face Didier Drogba, he would be in the gym for 2 or 3 days before, pumping himself up." Rooney's comparison between Pique and Vidic was not the first time that the Serbian was credited with scuppering the Barcelona legend's career. Sir Alex Ferguson's former assistant René Meulenstein felt that the United legend's arrival on the scene was counter-productive for Pique. He added, "The reason why Pique was gone was that Gerard was a very strong-minded person. He knew exactly what he wanted, and he knew he was good enough to play first-team football." However, was Gerard the ideal and right centre-back for a league like the Premier League? It has to be said, not too sure. I am sure he would have become okay because I am a big fan of Gerard, but the proof is in the pudding for him. He made the right decision. He's one of the most decorated players. The problem we had is Vidic just walked through the door half a year before. Pique would leave United in 2008, but would not look back as he went on to conquer Europe and the world with Barcelona and Spain. Some may have expected that the 35-year-old would harbor some resentment towards Ferguson. However, in his own words, he looks back on his relationship with United's legendary coach fondly and insisted that he was not pushed out of the club. "I moved to Manchester United when I was a 17-year-old kid," he told the Daily Mail in 2015. Nemanja Vidic was 5 years older than me and Rio Ferdinand nearly 9 years, and at the time they were the best central defenders in the world. They never had a bad game. I learned so much during my time at United. Sharing a dressing room with Paul Scholes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Ruud van Nistelrooy and Ryan Giggs at such a young age was an amazing experience. I didn't play as much as I would have liked, but it was a master's degree in development both as a player and a person. I know some have said since that I failed in the Premier League, but, although I was in the shadow of 2 great players, I did contribute. In the 2008 Champions League campaign I played 3 times and scored 2 goals. I'll always be grateful to Sir Alex, who was like a second father to me, for letting me move back to Barcelona. He wanted me to stay and fight for a place, but he understood what Barca meant to me. The warm friendship that Ferguson and Pique had developed would be stretched to its limits after his departure back to Barcelona thanks to, of all things, a rabbit. Opening up on the difficulties he faced in Manchester, Pique would discuss his interactions with the law and also how his pet infuriated the Scottish manager. He told the Barcelona documentary Matchday in 2019, "I have had very dark episodes in this city myself. I ended up in the police station more than once. Best not to go into that, it was when I was young. I was there and I wasn't anybody. I rented a house from Sir Alex. And I bought a rabbit and it destroyed the house. It bit all the seats, everything. And when I left, he called me, he was raging." Ferguson proved that he had looked beyond this act of rampage by the rabbit following the 2009 Champions League final when United had just succumbed to defeat against Barca. When asked about Pique, the iconic coach had nothing but praise for the defender. He said, "I have always liked the boy. I did expect him to reach this level so quickly. He has fantastic qualities but most importantly, he has a good self-determination about him. He is a winner and a good professional. I always thought he would do well. We were disappointed to lose him but we understood at the time that his family desire was to go back to Barcelona." He looked at Ferdinand and Vidic and wanted to be in the first team immediately. "I can understand why he wanted to go back to Barcelona. We wished him well at the time.